Welcome to Play to Win, where we play to win. I'm Dylan, and it's just me today. Cameron is not here. He lost his voice this week. He's feeling a little bit sick, so we're just gonna go through it. Just die this week. You're stuck with me. This week we have Sam and Mike of the Howling Salt Mine for two different completely games of cEDH with different decks.
Hey everybody, I'm Sam, and we also have Mike here on, my co-host, and we're from the Howling Salt Mine podcast. And we're a weekly Magic the Gathering comedy advice podcast where we're reading salty stories from people in the Magic the Gathering community. Tune in every Thursday. We have awesome guests on. We've had Tyler from Play to Win on before, and we've got a bunch of other awesome guests coming up in the future, so come check it out.
This video is brought to you by Dragon Shield. Check out the affiliate link down below to help support the show. So first up, we have Cam on our patron Stormageddon's Ilharg list, The Big Pig. I'm playing Atraxa Food Chain, Mike is on Sisbay, and Sam is on Dawnfaker Thras.
I rolled an 8.
I rolled a 9.
I rolled a 10.
I haven't rolled because I'm trying to count my fucking stickers, and I'm pretty sure it can only make 4 mana too. I'll draw Hall of the Bandit Lord, Mana Crypt, Chrome Mox, exiling a Tibalt's Trickery.
Sure, Hall of the Bandit Lord comes in tapped.
Oh, thank you. A Magus of the Moon.
Okay.
I will pass the turn.
So although Magus of the Moon and Blood Moon effects are not quite as strong as they once were in cEDH, turn 1 on the play against a bunch of 4 and 5 color decks is still pretty good.
Draw a card. Mountain, Bayou, and cast Soul Ring. Go ahead.
I'll draw. Oh my gosh, what a top deck. I'll play a mountain, Ragavan, and I'll pass.
Draw. We're going to play a mountain. I'll pass with this beautiful mountain right here.
On my upkeep, I have a Crypt Trigger. Odds I will take damage. That is an odds, so 37 my life will be. Grim Monolith into an Ilharg the Raised Boar.
Ooh.
I'll pass.
Untap. Draw a card. Polluted Delta Mountain. Pass turn.
Untap, draw. Dylan, I'll send a Ragavan at you.
No effects.
What do I get?
A Smothering Tithe.
If only I could cast it.
I'm at 38.
Play a Mox Amber, crack my treasure, run in 6. And now my Mox Amber can tap for a green. Ignoble Hierarch.
You have really worked around this Magus very well.
Done my best. And I should do something with Ren in 6. I can't really hit anything, so I'll just uptick it, return no land from my graveyard to my hand. And then I'll pass.
I'm going to untap, upkeep, and draw. Get another mountain out. Pass the turn.
The Mana Crypt Trigger. And we got a 5. More damage. 34. Draw a card. Professional Facebreaker. Move to combat. Ilharg over at Mike. Magus of the Moon over at Dylan. Ilharg will trigger. I'll put this Ancient Copper Dragon into play. Captain attacking Sam then.
Take 2.
So that's 3 from Professional Facebreaker that I'll make.
All right, I'm going to be at 34 after that Dragon connects.
I'll go down to 34 as well.
We got a 7.
One of the lesser good ones you could get, and still 7 treasures is insane.
Let's crack one of the treasures to Facebreaker. Exile Lotus Petal. Well, I guess we'll cast that. Exile another treasure. It's a mountain. Well, I can play that.
And it's a real mountain, folks.
Exile another one. Aggravated Assault.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
Wait, hold on.
Good. This is very D&D because if you roll a nat 1, it's a critical fail and your combo stops.
That's so funny, yeah. I'll use this Lotus Petal here to cast it. Put it on the stack. I will use 5 of these treasures, going down to 2 of them to activate Aggravated Assault. Untap all my creatures. Move to combat.
So does the dragon have haste?
Oh, you know what? The dragon does not have haste. So I can't go infinite here.
Although the Ancient Copper Dragon came in tapped and attacking with Ilharg, technically it still has Summoning Sickness, so even though it's untapped with the Aggravated Assault, it can't attack again right away, which is the only reason that Cam isn't winning right here on the spot.
This time I'm going to send Ilharg at Renin 6. I'll swing Magus down at Sam since he took 6 last time. So I have another creature I can put in with Ilharg. That's a Dockside Extortionist.
Of course.
So Dockside makes 2, putting me up to 4. And then that's coming at Dylan.
I'll take 1, go to 35.
Facebreaker will only trigger for 2 damages.
I'll be at 32 after taking that Mages of the Moon damage.
Activate Facebreaker. Blightsteel Colossus. Wow. Well, I have just a little bit of regret. Let's sacrifice 1 more just in case like I find like a seething song or some shit. Well, Mana Vault's not far off. Cast the Mana Vault.
I'm going to misstep that.
Nice.
I did something, folks. So I'm at 30 now.
All right, I'll do 1 more Facebreaker activation. It's a Cavern Horde Dragon. All right, I'm failing myself. I'm just going to pass the turn. At my end step, these 2 cards bounce back to my hand.
Draw a card. Scalding Tarn, pass.
I will untap and draw, play a mountain, send Ragavan at you again, Dylan.
I'm gonna lightning bolt that Ragavan.
I don't think I can do anything about that.
Bolting this Ragavan here not only keeps Mike off of the treasure, but it also turns off Mox Amber since Ragavan's the only legendary permanent left. So that it's helpful in a couple ways for Cam.
Play a Noble Hierarch. Pass right there.
On your end step, I'll make 2 red just for fun, and then I'll untap, upkeep, and draw. Pass the turn.
My turn. My favorite part of the game. Mana Crypt trigger. We got odds. 31. Draw for turn.
What about the other 2 creatures? Do they untap?
Yes, they do. Thank you for that reminder. I'm just gonna move to combat right away. Ilharg down at Mike. Magus over at Sam. Facebreaker over at Dylan. Ilharg trigger will put Ancient Copper Dragon into play, also going over at Mike.
Let's lightning bolt the Facebreaker to make this a little maybe less concrete.
Sacrifice my final treasure to Facebreaker. It's a Rug of Smothering.
I think Sam is bolting the Facebreaker here in attempts to stop the aggravated assault going as crazy. I kind of wonder if it would have just been better to kill that Magus of the Moon to unlock all of Cam's other opponents, but it's hard to say from this point. It does seem like Cam is about to win, and stopping the win is more important than unlocking players, I think.
So now it's Magus that's coming at Sam, and these 2 6-power creatures coming at Mike.
I'll take the 12. Go down to 22.
And I'm at 28.
Ancient Copper Dragon trigger, and it's 17 this time. Aggravated Assault. Yeah, move to combat. Let's send... Do I just start? Because now I don't have a way to make more treasures. I think I'm just going to focus in on one player, and I think that's Mike over there to start.
Any Illarg triggers?
Oh, yes. Dockside, which will come in and attack Dylan, creating 2 more treasures again. 8 coming at you.
I'll take the 8, and I'm at 18 commander damage as well.
Activate Aggravated Assault again. I will send 2 over at Dylan and Ilharg down at Mike.
You can go to 32.
I'll take commander damage and die to it.
I will Aggravated Assault again. Dylan, I'm going to come at you for 8 this time.
I'll go to 24 and 6 commander damage.
I will Aggravated Assault again. Dylan, you again.
Go to 12 commander damage and 16 life.
Cast this Rug of Smothering. Proceed to my end step, where Dockside and Copper Dragon return to my hand.
Draw card. Cycle Cloud of Fairies. Draw card. Play by Verdant Catacombs Mountain for turn. Pass turn.
I'm going to untap, upkeep, and draw, and also pass turn.
I will untap, upkeep, trigger my Mana Crypt. 6. Ooh, finally, no damage. Draw for turn. Buried Mountain as my land. Proceed to combat and attack Dylan with everything. Ilharg trigger, Copper Dragon into play, coming at Sam.
Go to 7.
And I'm at 22.
Go to 18 commander damage.
I got 11 treasures off of my Ancient Copper Dragon this time. Activate Aggravated Assault. Move to combat. Dylan, Ilharg, and the other 2 come in down at Sam. Ilharg trigger, Dockside. Make only 1.
I'll take damage and die.
And I will be at 18.
I will activate one more time, untap these, and this can't attack. Move to my next combat, come at you for 9.
I'll go to 9.
Activate Aggravated Assault and attack you for 9 more.
And I will die.
Nice. Good shit, dude. That was
And
awesome.
That was holy fuck.
That was great.
That was a great showing of Mono Red Prison. It's kind of a shame that Cam isn't here today because Mono Red Prison was one of his favorite legacy decks for a long time, and showing this deck do so well in cEDH was really cool to see. It was basically, it ran perfect. Turn 1, very impactful stacks piece. Turn 1, pig. Turn 3, just put in big idiots. The idiots, it was just really that dragon. It was just a bunch of treasures and aggravated assault, but when you get that many more combats than your opponent and you have so much power on board, it becomes easy to wrap it up pretty quickly. Great deck, Stormageddon. This pig beat the shit out of us. But this episode is a double feature, so we have 2 completely different games with different decks. Next up, we have Mike on Sisbay again. Sam this time is playing Machine Gun Elky. Cam is on our patron Kawaja's Minx and Boo list, Lemmywinks. Our adventure begins, and I'm playing Cool Bean Man's Grenzo list, going for it.
Here are the stickers. Here's what they do. Who knows? They probably won't matter.
Did you guys who mulligan to 3 and 4 want a pregame?
Nothing for me.
Nothing for me. That would be the saddest pregame.
Me and Sam both mulligan very low this game, so this game is a little bit different for a few different reasons.
I'll start us off. I will draw Mount Doom for turn, tap it, paying a life to cast a Vampiric Tutor. I will pass there, yeah.
That isn't a lantern control Grenzo deck. You can't just run for it, can you? Apple Garden, and I'm going to go down to 38 life. Blighted Halfling, pass.
I get a draw for my turn. Bloodstained Mire, and I will go down to 39 to crack it to go get a Taiga. Use that Taiga on this Ragavan. I will pass.
Draw for turn. Badlands. Pass turn.
Did you draw? Did you draw your tutored card?
I did not yet. It's on the side. So I'll start by doing that because that makes way more sense. Play and crack a Windswept Heat, Tropical Island, and then we can just pass.
Tap, upkeep, and draw. Tap my Temple Garden, enchanted with Utopia Sprawl, and we're going to say red. And we'll pass there.
Ooh.
A mighty turn 2 play.
This is such a weird turn 1 turn cycle.
I'm going to move to combat after I draw.
In response to that,
I knew it.
I'm sorry. I'll pay 2 and play my highly official Orcish Bowmasters.
All right, so I'm assuming that your ETB damage is hitting this Ragavan?
Yep, it's targeted at the Ragavan.
Then I'll move to my second main, lose 2 for this Stomping Grounds, 37. Play this Goblin Anarchomancer then. Pass the turn.
Draw a card. Urborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth. Pass my turn.
Let me make this army here that amassed as part of my thing. Untap. I'll draw Volcanic Island, Wrenn and 6. Return a land from my graveyard to my hand and put the Windswept Heat back. Wrenn will go up to 4. Pay 1, losing a life. Going down to 35. Adept Red Shaman. Go to combat and swing for 2 at the black player.
Me, that's me. I'm Grenzo.
Yep.
I'll take 2.
Great, and I'll pass there.
Untap, upkeep, and draw. Cast this big weird elk that I love so much. Pass the turn.
I will draw now. Grove of the Burn Willows. 3 mana for Minx and Boo, thanks to Goblin Anarchomancer. I get to make a Boo. We're actually going to plus up Minx and Boo right now. It puts 3 +1/+1 counters on up to 1 target creature with Trample and Haste. Which, by the way, this Boo that I have happens to have Trample and Haste. I'm going to send this 4/4 over at Wrenn.
Full dead.
Pass the turn.
Boy, am I thrilled that you killed that. I'm going to, in the end step, cash.
What the fuck?
ETB trigger, I'll shoot your Orcish Bowmaster, Michael,
I'm shocked.
and make one of my own.
This timing worked out really great for me. I was terrified of that Wrenn and 6. I thought my Orcish Bowmaster, the one thing that I mulliganed to 3/4 since I had to mulligan to 3, I'm like, my one plan is shot. But now, fortunately, the way things worked out, I might just have a chance.
Untap, upkeep, and draw card. Jewel Lotus. Pass my turn.
Yes, all right. As soon as I say I might just have a chance, I immediately fucked up. For some reason in my head, I forgot that Grenzo begins with 2 power, so I was thinking I need 6 total mana to cast a 4-power Grenzo, which is not the case. I need 2 extra mana, 4 total mana. I have enough to cast Grenzo on 4 right now, and I didn't do it. I just had a complete brain fart. So Cool B, man, I'm sorry, but you asked me to play your deck, not a good Magic player. You asked me to do it, so this is what we get.
I will untap. Draw for turn. Basic Cleans. Taking a life off the Mount Doom. Cast Sisay. Pass.
Untap, upkeep. We are drawing. We got a Taiga out. Green Sun Zenith 4/2.
Pay 1 and Swan Song it.
What a jerk. What an absolute
Hey,
jerk.
someone's got to do it.
Well, it gets Swan Song. Let's bust out a bird token here. Pass after that.
Draw a card. Jessica's Will, targeting Sam. All right, so, good. Might of Old Corrosa
Wow.
and Infernal Plunge. Cast Might of Old Corrosa, targeting my Boo. My hamster is an 8/8. Activate Minx. Sacrificing my 8/8 hamster. Deal 8 damage to Sisay and draw 8 cards.
With that activated ability on the stack, I'm going to shoot the Bowmaster.
No, don't do that.
I think I probably should have been a little bit more vocal with Sam there and asked him not to kill my Orcish Bowmaster, so I could have at least trashed Cameron's board and shot him in the face a bunch for drawing all these cards. I think he might have been afraid that I was going to kill his board. I probably could have just told Sam that I would send all the damage at Cameron and Cameron's creatures and hoped that he would have allowed me to keep my Bowmaster, but maybe he wouldn't. I don't know.
So draw 8.
I'm so sad.
Cast a Delayed Blast Fireball.
I have no effects. Yep, our stuff is dead, and we all take 2 also, right?
Yep.
Beseiju as my land for turn. Birds of Paradise. Use the last Jessica's Will mana to Vandal Blast that Jeweled Lotus over there.
Extra regret for not playing Grenzo when I could have. What the fuck was I thinking?
6, 7, 8. So I need to discard a card. I think that the card that we will go to discard is probably this Arid Mesa.
My turn?
Yep.
Draw a card. Tarnished Citadel is my land for turn. Cast Ashnod's Altar. Pass turn.
I'll untap and draw. Bayou. Recast Sisay. Taking 1 off the Mount Doom. That's all I got.
There's an Urborg. You can tap it for black just if you want to.
Oh, I'd love to do that. I'll save my 1 life.
Collusion. Untap, upkeep, and draw. Destiny Spinner. Pass there.
On my upkeep, Minx will trigger, getting me another Boo. Draw a card. Vines of Vastwood kicked on my Boo to give it +4/+4. Activate Minx's -2 ability again, sacrificing it and my Boo to deal 5 damage to Sisay and draw 5 cards.
Makes sense to me.
Mox Diamond. Pitching a Spire Garden. Ancient Tomb as my land for turn. 2 more colorless, down to 35. Minx and Boo. Comes in with 3 and a Boo, plus up Minx to give 3 +1/+1 counters to this Boo. Move to combat. Boo over at Mike.
Alrighty, down to 28.
Move to discard. Eldritch Evolution.
Go to my turn and draw. Pass turn.
Untap, draw a card. I'll do the same thing. I will pass there.
Worldly Tutor on your end step. I'm going to get a Kami of Whispered Hopes at the top of my deck. We'll pop this on top of the library. Untap, upkeep, and draw. Cast the Kami of Whispered Hopes. I'll pass.
Go to my turn, get a draw. Shatter Skull Smashing as a land. Pay another 2 life here. Sneak attack.
I'll pact it.
I will cast a deflecting swat on your pact.
Oh, yeah.
Very well.
Your pact goes to hit my swat, but I think fizzles, so I don't think you have to pay for a pact. Sneak attack.
All good.
I'd like to sneak Godo into play, please. Godo ETB trigger.
Carry on.
Helm of the Host.
Ah, wait a minute.
I think I've seen these 2 cards before.
How much money do you have?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana exactly.
Is this a Magic the Gathering combo?
I think we're about to see one. Moving to combat, creating a copy of Godo. We attack Dylan with these 2 creatures here. When Godo attacks for the first time, you get to untap it and all other samurai that I control.
I will take the damage.
After this phase, I get an additional combat phase. So moving to an additional combat phase, then I get at the beginning of that phase, I get to create another copy of Godo, which will enter the battlefield with haste. And then I'll swing both of these over at Mike this time. This new Godo creates a new instance of untapping my Godos and creating a new combat step. And then I can do this until I have plenty of Godos to kill everybody.
I'm dead.
I'm dead too.
I will also die.
Another great showing of a patron deck by Cameron. Why the fuck did he have to lose his voice this week of all weeks? But this Minx and Boo list was really sweet, especially helpful that there were 2 players on a mulligan to 3 and 4. But nonetheless, it still drew a ton of cards, presented a really efficient win, interacted the board with a lot. I definitely like this deck. Kawaja, excellent list. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to support us directly, you can do so on Patreon, like our $100 patrons. Mark Cirillo, Zachary Nelson, She Doesn't Even Go Here, Joseph Aarons, SoCal Acura, Stormageddon, Cool Bean Man, Luke Cook, AJ Al-Wasabi, Demon of Raspberries, Gawaja A. Hamid, Lauren Connell, and Baby Jeeves. If you want to pick up any merch, you can do that at playtowinmtg.com. And a big, huge thank you to our sponsors at Dragon Shield. Make sure you check out the affiliate link down below to help support the show. Follow us on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram for more content. Thanks for watching. See you next time. And a shout out for our $50 patrons.
Dalton Boutique, Kadanis, Lutri's Dad, Justin, Man Solo, Mott Fleet, Pedro, Jacob Depp, Michael Blue, Jan Wildfang, Thomas Bueno, Swampy McGee, and David Nelson. Thanks, y'all.